Video Game Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang.
Video Game Bang.
Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Corey Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items at my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
What is up, pizzas? Oh, wow. Corey Vincent here. This is Video Game Bang. I'm joined by, of course, my co-host Aaron Carter.
What's up, everybody?
And this is a little something different. This is not what you guys may be expecting or what you're used to. Many of you may have realized that last week we did not put out a new episode. And it wasn't by choice.
Wasn't. No. Of course.
It's weird just having two people in here.
It's the act of the cyber gods.
Is that what we're going to call it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was out of our hands.
Yeah.
So it was cyber intervention.
So what happened was, and many of you have saw that we were promoting a big show. We had Alexandria the Red on Skype. We had Maid of Might, local cosplayer, in the studio. And all was going well. The pre-show had begun. But then Skype got kind of crazy. Skype lost its mind. We decided, let's reboot the computer and start the show. We were already 5 minutes late. We're like, what's the worst that could happen? So we restart. Windows had an update, crashed completely, and the system just didn't come back up. We could not boot back into Windows. It kept going to, kept booting into the BIOS, and we fought with it for, a good hour and a half?
Maybe, yeah, before we went to the brain.
Yep, and Aaron did some quick thinking and was able to at least get us out a Facebook stream.
Little, I think about 12, 11-minute video of BTS with Maid of Might behind the scenes. Get a little know her a little better.
She was awesome, too.
Yeah, she was, yeah.
She could throw down with the best of them. I cannot wait till we get that rescheduled. So it was pretty embarrassing for me. We've been doing the show for a very long time, and never once had we ever had to cancel a show like that close to completion. So I had to swallow some pride.
Gross.
I swallowed a big, long chunk of pride.
Yeah, that's gross.
And we called it. It was, we had guest in studio, had to send them home. They were very gracious, though. Thank you to Alexandria the Red and Maid of Might for just being totally understanding. It was tough. I don't know. It's kind of been in my head for a long time, and from Wednesday to the Saturday show, I just we got the computer fixed, so we thought, and then we started the stream on Saturday, and got about halfway through the show, and at that point, it completely shut down, like mid-show.
It's got to be, I'm telling you, the cyber gods.
Is it anonymous? Are they onto us?
If they were, we'd be like permanently shut down because those guys are savages. They're savages.
I thought, we're pretty pro-anonymous. I thought they'd be down with the bang.
Pro-anonymous. Never
Yeah.
heard anybody saying that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we better watch ourselves.
Exactly.
Because if they weren't the problem, they will soon be.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought, Aaron and I would just come together since the weekend show got screwed due to the technology malfunctions. The last Wednesday show didn't happen. We thought we'd come together, do a quick little maybe 30-minute episode, hit some of the highlights of the stories, explain ourselves on why the shows aren't coming. I think what's going to... Gosh. Phrasing.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is this Wednesday, we are going to play the audio from our live panel at the Sacramento Indie Arcade.
We still have the audio?
We will get it.
Okay.
It is attainable. I think we need a week just for me to really test the system, because I'm never going to invite another guest in the studio until I got confidence in this machine.
Okay. All right. I was thinking, is it just this one thing that's made you lose confidence in it, or?
What else would it be?
I don't know. So have you confidently come up with a solution?
No.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I don't want to reschedule immediately and then just have this whole thing happen again. Because even though the Saturday show was great as far as like, numbers of people live with us, and they were very forgiving. We picked up just as many people after we crashed as we had before, and it was a fun time. We just didn't get to record any of it, which is kind of the point of a podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
100% the point.
So
of
the
the
people
podcast.
listening to this one who have no idea what happens on the live shows, or doesn't join us there, there's nothing. They get nothing. They didn't get to see the awesome game Aaron came up with, which we got to do that one again.
Yeah, I mean, we still have like hundreds of cards left, so yeah. Well, not hundreds, but
Again, people, this is where I stress the Patreon. You can help us out on patreon.com/videogamebang, and you can go there, set up for a monthly amount. All the money that goes into there goes directly back into the show. So equipment upgrades. What I'm thinking is it may have been a power supply failure, so I'm looking into other power supplies. I may have to borrow someone's temporarily to see if it fixes the problem. We've been recording for 6 minutes, and it's been fine. So
yeah, so far so good, right?
So far so good. Other than that, let's get on to a little bit of a show. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. We've had trailers up the wazoo.
Stupid amount of them for some reason.
Which one? Okay, let's break them down first. We have Doctor Strange. We have Suicide Squad.
The third?
Yeah,
third one?
The new one with the Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah, it's about the third one.
Okay, we got that. We got Rogue One.
Yep, Rogue One.
And I
first
feel like
one for
there's
that
another one.
Not that I know of.
Okay, out of those three, which one got your juices flowing?
Ballroom Blitz.
No,
going that way.
What?
Yep. I'm gonna
Come
have to say
on.
the Suicide Squad. I think it's gonna be a good movie. The previous movie that or the universe that it's supposed to be set in, wouldn't say it's the best universe to be set in, but from what I see, the characters look like they're gonna actually be interesting to watch. I've always liked the Suicide Squad, even the animated one.
But it surprises me because the universe is bunk. So
yeah, but it's not the same. It's not Snyder doing it.
But Batman's going to be in it. You hated that Batman.
Yeah, but it's not Snyder's Batman.
So you think if this Batman comes on and he's everything you want him to be, that's inconsistency is what that is.
Well,
because it's supposed to be in the same universe. Imagine if this happens in Marvel.
That's the difference.
The Robert Downey Jr. you get in Avengers is just as awesome as the Robert Downey Jr. you get in Iron Man.
But the difference is, I think Marvel is like the daddy. And
DC's the mom.
No. Marvel's the daddy.
Okay.
And all the directors have to listen to what Marvel says.
Okay.
So even when they're making their own movies, Marvel still this is what I still want you to do within this. Why do you think
continuity.
Why isn't Joss making any more of the Marvel movies? Because he can't make a Joss movie anymore. There's certain points he has to hit because he knows Marvel is saying, hey, we have a master plan.
Are you saying that's a bad thing?
No, I'm saying that will constrict a director, definitely.
Okay.
So it can be good and bad. Good for the overall story, bad for the individual director. DC doesn't know where the hell they're going.
No.
So it's kind of, hey, make us a good movie. So,
Please.
Yeah.
Please, just do it.
So
I don't care what you got to do to the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
100%.
give Joker a grill.
Yeah.
Tattoo damaged on his forehead if you think the kids will buy it.
100%. So that's why when Zack Snyder got the job, he's like, well, I'm going to give Batman guns. He's going to start shooting people. Whatever. And that's how they're rolling. So I think different director with Suicide Squad. Different actors. And I think just is going to be a better. We'll see how Batman acts in this one. If he's the same thing, if he's shooting at the Joker with pistols or assault rifles, then that's one thing. But I think it's going to be a better one. It's got me more excited.
That's going to totally break up what people were saying. Like, you know how the one defense of Batman, they're like, oh, he's old now. He says they're like weeds, so he started resorting to guns, So,
that's so stupid.
So now, if he doesn't just blast Joker in the face right when he sees him, I'm calling shenanigans.
It's stupid. I think no matter what you want to do, no matter how old you want to make the characters, they should always still stick to themselves. Especially especially if the fans know them in a certain way, then the movie fans should know them in a certain way as well.
So I'm going the complete opposite direction. I think of those three trailers, that was the one I was least interested in.
That's just insanity. I think number 1 is Rogue One.
I think number 1 is Rogue One. I think number 2 is Suicide Squad. I think number 3 is Doctor Strange. I think number 4 is Suicide Squad. I think number 5 is Doctor Strange. I think number 6 is Suicide Squad. I think number 7 is Rogue One. I think number 8 is Rogue One. I think number 9 is Doctor Strange. I think number 10 is Suicide Squad. I think number 11 is Rogue One. I think number 12 is Suicide Squad. I think number 13 is Rogue One. I think number 14 is Suicide Squad. I think number 15 is Rogue One. I think number 16 is Suicide Squad. I think number 17 is Rogue One. I think number 18 is Suicide Squad. I think number 19 is Rogue One. I think number 20 is Suicide Squad. I think number 21 is Rogue One. I think number 22 is Suicide Squad. I think number 23 is Rogue One. I think number 24
That's a hard 2 for me. That's like a hard 2 because I'm not the hugest Star Wars fan. People might know, but I do like that they're doing a movie, set in the universe, and it's not like over Jedi spilled type of thing because that's what everybody likes. Let's face it.
I love how everyone's like, it's got the girl and the samurai dude.
Yeah,
that's Donnie freaking Yen.
Yeah,
give him the credit.
It's a samurai dude. Let's just face it.
The Asian gentleman. I see a lot of people on forums.
Yeah.
It's Donnie Yen. I can't believe it took this long to get Donnie Yen in a Star Wars movie.
What else would he have played?
I don't know. And he doesn't even have a lightsaber though.
No, he has a katana because those will go well against lightsabers if ever were the case.
Oh man, Ip Man is like one of my favorite martial arts movies.
Very good movie. Very good movie.
I want him to bring that style, into the Star Wars universe. We get a lot of like the.
I don't think you're kidding that.
You don't think he's gonna pull off like some straight? Because do we have like Jedis are like the samurai of the Star Wars universe, right?
Something like that.
They wear the
like monks though.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. So now we have Donnie Yen who's just gonna come and just lay the smackdown on stormtroopers with a regular sword.
But I don't like prequels, and that's what this is. And it's even though it's only like what is supposed to be a prequel about how they get the Death Star schematics, blueprints or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it's that, it's still a big piece of the story, and that's what's irritating to me. Like, I know a big piece of the story. Yes, they're going to get the blueprints. We're going to blow it up. But we don't see any other characters later on in the film, so that's the only thing. Like, what happens to them? I'm guessing all die or turn.
No. This, and what's cool is that this isn't so far into the past where it's going to be like these characters can make an appearance in the newer series
as old people.
Would they?
Think about it. Look at Luke. Look at Leia. Look at Han.
Okay.
I mean, they're all old.
This is a world of whimsy, though. Something could happen.
Nothing's going to happen.
And they could not age anymore.
Nothing's going to happen unless they're frozen in carbonite.
Or, perfect example.
For a long period of time.
We know that exists.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening, though.
Captain America, he
wasn't frozen in carbonite.
Well, I mean, they could pull a Captain America. They could go back to Hoth and get frozen under the ice.
And then what would be the purpose of them?
I don't know, just to be cool.
Yeah, see? So that holds nothing. They're probably all going to die or turn to the dark side. It's just it's one of those, it's a Suicide Squad. It's a Suicide Squad.
I liked, I don't think Doctor Strange was quite what I expected it to be.
Well, it was a teaser.
It was a teaser,
yes.
And the tone was darker than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah, it seemed definitely more Inception-y than I thought it was going to be.
Well, how do you portray magic in the Marvel universe that's trying to look realistic or have you believe?
Well, I was thinking like it was going to end up more Harry Potter.
No, that is the way you do not go.
Would that have been worse?
100% the way you do not go. Think about until I guess Avengers 2. All the beam blasts that Tony Stark does. Did they look like straight line beams or did they look like flare pops out or whatever, like quick burst blast? They never were like G.I. Joe laser beam.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. So I think they're trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, this can happen and this is how it'll look. So if you go Inception, that was all kind of just mind trippy magic.
Okay.
And that's probably what they're going to do with Doctor Strange. Which is weird because, well, not weird, but I love the way Marvel's doing it. Doctor Strange will come out, right? You'll watch it, and then you'll be like, oh, cool, there's magic in this universe. Then you'll get Daniel Rand, the Iron Fist.
Okay.
Who's a mixture of, realism and that magic, aspect.
Oh,
but your mind is already thinking.
The building blocks.
It's like, oh, man. So yeah, there's magic in this universe. I can believe that now. Instead of throwing magic into, Daredevil, which they could have, because there is some kind of elements.
And I think they're building towards that too.
Yeah, they are. They're slowly, because I just finished the series this morning. They slowly, nothing like hardcore, like, oh yeah, magic.
Yeah.
But they slowly eke it in.
Do you think they could throw that into the Defenders as a plot point?
Yeah, because by then you're already in it. You're already full blown into magic.
Full blown magic.
Yeah, you've seen Strange and you've seen Iron Fist.
I still hold to my beliefs that John Hamm would have been a better choice for Doctor Strange.
No.
What? Why not?
Because John Hamm is going to be Doctor Doom whenever they get their license back. That's exactly what's going to happen.
He's too likable.
You put an iron face on that guy, and yeah, he's Doctor Doom.
Another big story. This is one I know you have to be excited about. The Killing Joke animated series is getting a rated R from the... Who does that? The MSRB? I don't know.
Yeah, I know for their movie, right?
Yeah, the movie version of The Killing Joke is going to be rated R.
Their animated movie, we should say.
Yes.
Perfect. That's DC knows how to do their animated stuff big time.
Why can't they just promote those people already?
Because
give them the reins.
Idiots. I did an article on that saying they need to focus on their I've done many of DC articles. That's terrible too. And there's all about this is what you should do, DC.
And they're clearly not reading.
No, they're not reading any of them.
No.
One was focused on their TV shows. Another was kind of like, why is their cartoon series better than their cinematic series? And I don't know. They
look
for some
how
reason,
true they stayed to the source material.
and not even that, because in some of them, like they did one where they were trying to play out the story Battle for the Cowl, where Batman supposedly dies and everything like that, and then they're trying to figure out who's going to be the next Batman. They played that one out, and they didn't do it, story for comic book or page for page and stuff like that, but it still came out crazy good.
Huh.
Like whoever's writing for them for their animated universe, they definitely need to put them up. They can do it shot for shot, and they would still have a great movie. But I don't think they think that direction. It's just stupid.
So I didn't realize this at the beginning, but is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, was that rated R?
No, I want to say PG-13.
Okay, well then, I heard it one way or the other. So it looks like if it wasn't rated R, that means when they release
PG-13, yes.
When they release the film later in the year, when it comes out to Blu-ray, it's going to have an extended cut that's going to be rated R.
It's already 2.5 hours.
So this one's going to be 5.5 hours.
Yeah, and you might see some bat nipple or some super dong or something like that. That's what the rated R is going to be.
Or that cougar Lois Lane.
Nobody wants to see any of that.
I know. Was I the only one in that bathtub scene in Batman vs Superman? I was like, ooh, more bubbles, more bubbles.
Like, I don't know what they think. I think they saw Deadpool's success, and they were like, oh, let's go R-rated. Deadpool is taking a good turn. They just announced that their sequel is, of course, Ryan Reynolds coming back, and the same director.
And it's going to be rated MA this
time. Exactly. You only have to get it in pawn shops. Might as well.
Man, The Killing Joke has a lot of bad stuff in it that it's like it had to be R. If they were going to a lot of the major plot points, like there's like an entire like torture scene.
There's an entire torture scene. There's nude Batgirl pictures. It's a heavy story. It's one of those stories where you can really see how messed up the Joker is, and you kind of fathom like, oh crap, this is really bad. I want to know how they're gonna do the ending though, because the Killing Joke ending is very unique and special. It's one of those leave it up to the audience ones.
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's gonna be very interesting if they go all the way.
Did you see that this one is the return of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill?
Yeah, they actually get to work together again.
Tara Strong is back as Batgirl.
Yep, yeah.
That's a star-studded cast. It's like if you are a classic fan, if you're a fan of the classic animation, you have to see this.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's like Conroy and Hamill, like we grew up with them.
Yeah, they were the originals. Yeah,
they were the originals, the best. And then now, as we've grown up, now they're doing a more adult, mature version. So this is like
it's Kevin Conroy, of course. You got Luke Star Wars.
Luke Star Wars.
Yeah,
yeah, might as well. Who cares?
And Tim Daly. He's the one that plays Superman.
Okay,
the original Superman voice. Yeah. Those three are the ones that in any medium, if you get video game or cartoon, you want those guys doing the voices for him, even though they're not going to make a good Superman video game. So it's just get that out of your mind.
Aaron, I wrote an article.
Did you now?
I did, and it was called "Will Captain America: Civil War Suck?"
And the answer is no.
Well, is it?
Yes, 100% no.
Well, I went on both sides of the fence because I get a lot of flack because I criticize things a lot on the internet.
Okay, I do the same thing though.
Yeah, but for some reason, mine get like a lot of heat. I think it might be the way I name them, and I attack really popular franchises.
Okay.
But the reason is because I love them. Like my Fallout article. I love Fallout, so I had a lot to gripe about. Same thing with, I think I did another one for, I can't even remember. But I did a Batman v Superman one. But I did one, my concerns with Civil War. So I did start off with reasons we have that are positive. And the first one is the fact that it's the Russo brothers.
Okay.
They did Winter Soldier.
And Winter Soldier was good.
Yeah. Winter Soldier was never like my top though. Like a lot of people love Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the top movies. Yeah.
What was give me your top 3 Marvel movies?
From top 3 Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1 would probably be Avengers 1.
Really?
Yeah.
What? It's not even my top 3.
Number 2 would probably be Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yeah. And
Even
then I'd
more
have to say Iron Man 1.
Okay, I can agree on that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a tough one. And I forgot about them because they're not in the kind of the giant main storyline right now. Yeah.
Yet. Number 2, I would go Iron Man 1. And number 3, I'd say maybe I could see Avengers or Captain America 1.
And Captain America 1 was definitely not my... It took part 2 when he's like more acclimated to the current time and everything like that. That's why I like it.
But the Russo brothers did a great job with 2.
Yes.
In no way would I ever say it was a bad movie. I'm just saying there's other ones I like more. But probably even more telling is the size of Marvel's balls right now.
Well, explain. What do you mean?
Like the big throbbing balls.
That's terrible. But
okay, think of this in the video game industry, something we're more used to. When I feel like it shows a developer's confidence whether or not they set NDAs and their embargo dates. Like when they make the embargo date like 9 p.m. the day before the game comes out, I'm very suspectful that the game's going to suck. And they know it. They know it's buggy. They don't want people reviewing it ahead of time because they don't want to deter people because they know they're going to get unfavorable reviews.
When's the NDA for this?
It's already up.
Yeah.
They're allowing people to post. They're letting people see the screenings and fully post reviews.
Okay, so they're clearly confident in their work.
So that's a plus. I think that's a huge plus for them. They're very confident in this product. They've already... Rotten Tomatoes, I think, has it at 100% right now.
That's ridiculous, but okay.
And it hasn't even come out yet. Yeah, I'm going to check it up right now. But that compared to... Okay, it's at a 94. It's tapered off a little bit.
That's still gigantic.
It's big.
94% is an A.
I would take a 94%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you were at your hospital and they said you have a 94% chance of dying, you would be like, that's terrible.
That would suck.
I'm going to die is what you're saying. So 94% is high. Yes, it's very high.
I think that's telling. I think that's very telling. And but here there are still a few reasons I'm scared.
I still don't understand. You haven't said anything. So far you said Russo brothers, great directors so far.
Yeah.
90-something% for reviews so far. That means other people have watched it. They loved it.
Yep.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
You said Marvel. That's already just a plus. So where are your downsides?
When have we ever seen a movie, a blockbuster movie, take so many huge characters like this, a giant mashup film, and do a great job?
Avengers.
This is different. This is way more than the Avengers.
Yeah,
We have two different sides, and they're going at each other.
Anthony Mackie.
And hold on.
Okay.
Anthony Mackie, I get that. But we have characters that they still need to introduce to us. So they're introducing two characters, Black Panther and Spider-Man. They have a villain that they're going to shoehorn in there.
Uh-huh.
Look at Spider-Man 3. Awful movie because they tried to throw too many things in there.
But was it Marvel?
Yeah, it was Marvel.
No, Spider-Man 3 was not Marvel.
Oh, he's a Marvel character.
Yeah, he's a Marvel character.
It was Sony, yeah.
But it wasn't, it wasn't the entity that is Marvel over it.
Okay, Batman v Superman, very similar.
But was it Marvel?
No, it wasn't.
Again, it was DC, the
So am I just supposed to think that...
DC stands for disconnect because they have no idea what the fans want. They're so disconnected. It's terrible.
So there are things they should do. I really hope that they don't focus on Baron Zemo. He should be like a background character.
I saw a non-spoiler review for it.
A non-spoiler or a spoiler?
Non-spoiler.
Okay.
And that was the one thing that they said. He was kind of just a throwaway.
Good.
He says they focus on characters, but Baron Zemo is one of those be like, oh yeah, there's still the bad guy right there. Like that's what that is.
Well, because Zemo, like, he doesn't seem like he's a great villain. It feels like anybody on either side could probably take him 1v1, bro.
Yeah, he's not, and that's probably why they didn't focus him that hard. He could be one of those background ones where it's like, he's the villain in this one, but the main thing that he's going to do that's evil is just, he's putting the ingredients in right now. Maybe Captain America 4 or, Infinity War, you see what his plan was, or something like that, or how he fits into the puzzle.
My critique with Batman v Superman, I'll say it over and over again. The movie was called Batman versus Superman. And what we ended up getting was Lex Luthor versus Batman and Superman with special guest appearance from Wonder Woman versus Doomsday.
It was the title was literally just clickbait. That's what it was.
It was, because it had nothing to do with it. So we ended up with just a cluster, and I just think Doomsday should have had his own movie. I think Venom should have had his own movie from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
It just, and I see all this stuff, and I'm just worried. But
so you're letting other companies that did bad affect the way you think about this company that's on a roll of doing good.
Well, here we go too, because okay, you mentioned Avengers when I said what was a good one. Granted, Avengers 1 was good, but what did everyone think about Age of Ultron?
The difference with Age of Ultron was they had a director that wanted to make his type of movie, but Marvel said, we got a plan here. That's why there's probably a whole bunch of cuts in there, like you saw, a whole bunch of scenes that didn't make sense, like Thor dipping himself into the pool.
Yeah.
Like, made no sense.
I forgot about that.
So they kind of, and then they had two characters in there that they had to write for that had like legal restrictions on them because they couldn't really go into the description of who these characters are and why they're important. So there was cause behind it. It wasn't like the writing was bad. It was like there was entities that locked it down.
Would you say it was just cause?
No, I wouldn't say it was just cause.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm sorry for the condensed episode, the lack of episodes. This Wednesday, we're going to be right back at it, trying it again. No special guests. We're going to try and get our ducks in a row so that we can produce a high-quality podcast that you've come to expect from us over the years. Again, I apologize if it's inconvenienced you. I know you love your weekly dose of bang, and we have been unable to provide that for you. Have you ever been able to unsatisfy someone, Aaron?
I don't even know where you're going with that one.
I was going to try and work bang in there and Aaron not being good at sex.
That's
but
terrible.
I'm tired.
That's horrible.
It's been a long week, man. What do you expect from me?
Better. Simply better.
Patreon.com/videogamebang. Help us out. We need to get to Los Angeles for E3. And then I need to figure out this computer stuff. Aaron, anything you need to promote?
We might be doing a video soon.
Really?
Yeah, we'll keep it on the hush. Something with geeks and drinks.
And you're producing it, which is weird.
Which is it's fitting, sir.
This
fitting.
Is like, I don't know, a monk producing a porno.
You haven't seen those?
They make it?
They're amazing. They're amazing.
It's all just dry humping.
Yep. In robes. Robes and Climax. That's the #1 movie in monk pornos.
Oh, God. Monk pornos. Oh, so
That's
good.
terrible. You shouldn't exhale as you say monk
And then what's
pornos
going on
like
with
that.
Pathfinder? You're actually going to be trying to get into Pathfinder? Is that today?
Pathfinder, if we can get it done, we need to learn the rules, of course, and everything like that. But I got to see everybody's schedule. Everybody's always off, and this is supposed to be a 6-man party that the guy wants to do.
Will this translate to podcast better than like a Dungeons and Dragons?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, they do it already on the stream. I can't remember Geek and Sundry.
All right. After the show, you'll have to actually explain to me because I still don't get the difference between Pathfinder and D&D.
I don't either.
And if you're listening to this and you know, let us know in the comments. Follow us on Twitter at Video Game Bang, Facebook.com/VideoGameBangBang. My name is Corey. He is Aaron Carter. And you've just been banged.
And there you have it.
Banged.